Okay, good morning, everyone. Today, we're going to have this topic on life cycle of animals. We're going to talk about how the animals started. No, so in the previous video or the previous topic that we had, we had learned about how the life cycle of human. No, so how the life cycle of human started. No, so karon po kung ikon karon ang life cycle sa animal. So asa kano sa man sila mag-start, no? So kano sa mag-start ang life cycle sa usa ka animal. No? So general life cycle of animals. No? The life cycle of an animal begins in fertilization. No? Same with us. No? Same sa mga tao. No? Same sa ato. No? So we started in fertilization where the sperm cell and from a male animal fertilizes the egg cell of a female animal. And then next, no, the fertilized egg develops into an embryo. So that's the general life of animals. No, almost same with us. No, so the life cycle of human started with fertilization too. No, so fertilization gapon nag-start. And then metamorphosis. So metamorphosis is a biological process where the organism develops right after birth or hatching. This often involves series of physical changes in the structures of animals' body through growth and differentiation. So metamorphosis, no, it means biological process. From the word bio, it means this life, no. So the start of biological process where develop, no, where the animals or insects will develop their physical appearance, no, ma-develop yung kanilang physical appearance, and then metamorphosis can be complete or incomplete. So sa complete metamorphosis, no, animals that undergo complete metamorphosis experience four stages in their life cycle. So incomplete metamorphosis, so animals that will undergo complete metamorphosis will experience four stages sa life cycle. So first stage, the egg will hatch into a young animal called larva. So ang egg, no, will put into larva. Then the second stage, no, this larva stage is where the young animal spends its time on getting food to prepare for the next step of its life. So here, no, in this stage, no, the ang stage, the complete metamorphosis. This is the time where katong animals, no, spend time on getting food, no, to prepare for the next step. So it's more on feeding time nila. And then the third stage is during this stage, no, the animal continues to develop in a cocoon or covering. So cocoon, no? And the next is fourth stage, no, the pupa will will grow into an adult or the breeding stage. No, bees, butterflies, and moths and beetles are some examples of animals that undergo complete metamorphosis. So kanang mga butterflies, moths, and beetles, those are examples of insects that undergo complete metamorphosis. So they will undergo four stages. Una, will they will be called larva. Okay, the second stage, no, kung asa sila, this is the stage where they get food, no, feeding time. And then the third stage is during this stage, the animal continues to develop in a cocoon or covering. For example, na ang kanang caterpillar, no, into a butterfly. Okay, so nakakita naman siguro mo og butterfly, tama ba? Next, so incomplete metamorphosis. So sa incomplete metamorphosis, no, animals that undergo incomplete metamorphosis experience only three stages instead of four. So mas shorten ang ilahang stages nga agihan, no, sa incomplete metamorphosis. So it means mas dali ra sila mabuhi, mas paspas sila, mas paspas ang ilahang life cycle. Okay? So, they lack the pupal stage in their life cycle. So, kulang sa ilaha ang pupal stage in their life cycle, no? They start with the egg developing into their feeding stage called nymph, no? So, ang nymph, that's the time of feeding stage. These are young insects that look like the adult insects. So, bura na siya adults, no? Tanawin mo ang nymphs diya, they look like a nymphs, no? Or they look like adult insects. No? As the nymph eats and grows, it increases in size and shed their skin several times before turning into an adult. So ang nymph, no, sige siya kaon, no, sige siya kaon, mudako po siya, and then it increases in size, no, mudako siya, mudako ang iyang size. It means, no, mo develop ang iyang appearance. Lice, cockroaches, grasshoppers, and dragonflies are some examples of animals that will undergo or that experience three stages of metamorphosis, nung ginatawag na itong incomplete metamorphosis. No? Next, no, modes of reproduction. No? Animals have a variety of modes of reproduction in producing offspring. This can be classified into two modes, external and internal fertilization. So, ang tawag na to ana, no, ang animals have a variety of modes of reproduction in producing offspring. It means that all animals have different modes of reproduction. No, it means na ay mangitlog, mapusa, na ay kanang mga animals kay ibutang lang nila ang ilahang eggs, no, dili na nila pasagdan ra nila dia, ilubong ra nila, no, so daghang klase. Okay. Next is external fertilization. So unsa man ang external fertilization, no? If you're going to look at the pictures, no? So I know you have seen these pictures, no, even in actual. Okay, external fertilization is when unfertilized eggs are spawned. No, this involves fertilization in the environment. No, example of these are frogs, no. So external fertilization, ang unfertilized eggs gina-spawn nila, it means ginaitlog sa mga kakita namong eggs sa frogs, no. So gina-spawn na nila, ginabutang ra na nila diha, no, ginaitlog nila sa gawas. So grabe kay ka-expose, and then kining itlog sa eggs, kining eggs sa frogs are very makasurvive sila, no, mo nang walay dili kayo hard shell, no, kay because if they will spawn it sa tubig or sa dahon sa dahon, pag mag-ulan, makuanan sa tubig, masakahan ng tubig, makasurvive gyapon siya, pwede gyapon siya mapusa, no. And then internal fertilization involves fertilization inside the body of the parent. Now this includes mammals that grow embryo inside the mother's womb, no. When a juvenile individuals are born alive, and the development of this offspring is supported by the parent, no. So, example kanang mga manok, kaning mga mammals, no, example sa mga cow, mga kanding. So dito sa sulod ma-develop ang fertilization, no, dito ma-develop sa sulod ang life sa animals, no, dito sa sulod, no. Unlike sa frog, no, gina-spawn lang nila sa gawas, no, gina-spawn lang nila sa gawas, no, unfertilized pa na siya. It means dili pa na siya fertilized. Okay. Next, no, life cycle of organism under external fertilization. No, under external fertilization, no, example of animals that exhibit external fertilizations are amphibians, no, like frogs, no. Tanawa, eggs, tadpole, no, kanang mga butiti, kakita na magbutiti, di ba? No, the adult female frog lays jelly-like eggs in water. So tanawon nimo na kana siya jelly-like eggs, no. So I know you have seen that one, no, observe your environment, di ba? Kung makita mo mga itlog nga orange ang color or kanang ginakuan sa mga dahon, itlog na sa baki, no. The male frog releases its sperm in the water for external fertilization. So lahi ragid kayo sa internal fertilization kay nasa sulod ma-develop ang tatong life, no. The eggs are fertilized and hatched into a tadpole, no. Kaya siya mao na siya ato makita kana mga butiti. Okay, daghan kay na sila, no. Labi na may mga mata na nga daghan kayo. Okay, the eggs are fertilized and hatched into a tadpole, no. As time passes by, the tadpole develops and changes into a young frog. The young frog will then develop into an adult frog, which is now ready to lay eggs in water and repeat the cycle. Okay, so kita naman siguro magbutiti, no, di ba? Pag afterward mahimo na pud na siya og tadpole, no, with legs na nanay mga legs ginagmay, and then mahimo na siya og froglet, and then it will become adult. Okay, so ingon ana ang life cycle sa in external fertilization nga ang gihatag nga example ay ang life cycle sa frog. Okay, next, no, life cycle of organisms under internal fertilization. No, some animals like cats, dogs, pigs, and the like do not lay eggs, no. Instead, they give birth to a live one, no. As they grow, their size increases, and their bodies become more developed. When the time they reach the adult stage, they are now ready to look for a partner and mate to produce offspring. So, okay, so kita naman siguro nato no mga pigs, mga animals, no, mostly mga kuning mga tawag na to ani mga mammals. Okay, so kana sila kana mga anak bitaw nga iro ingon ana. So makita nato na they are an internal fertilization, no, na develop sila inside the body of their parent, of their mother, and then their parent ianak sila kanang natao na kanang di ba pag anak sa iro or sa itoy or example cat, so makita nimo na siya na nasa balhibo gamay, na nasa tao na siya, no, unlike sa unfertilized eggs nga ginabutang lang gina sila didto, sa labi na sa mga frogs, no, itlog lang na sila bisag asa. Okay, so these are the key points. And then now, which of the following animals is not hatched from an egg? So ang pig, a biological process where the organism develops right after birth or hatching. Tawag na to na metamorphosis. Okay, it is the beginning of life cycle of animals, no? Fertilization, no? Pag nanay fertilization, da na ang mag-start ang life, no? This type of fertilization allows an animal to spawn and fertilize eggs in the environment. Tawag na to ana external fertilization, no? So kung asa for example na ang frog, di ba? Next, no, why do eggs of frogs and fish lack hard shells? To allow them to live and survive in water. So mao na siyang purpose. Okay, nganong dili hard ang shell sa mga itlog sa frogs o sa fish. Okay, what is the first stage in complete metamorphosis? So unsa man ang first stage? The first stage is the egg will hatch into a young animal called larva, no? So what is the first stage in complete metamorphosis? So what is the feeding stage of complete metamorphosis? So larva. Okay, tawag na to na larva, no? So how many stages it will take in incomplete metamorphosis? So tulo lang. Okay, which animal will undergo incomplete metamorphosis? No, example na ang grasshopper. Okay, during this stage, the animal continues to develop into a cocoon or covering during the third stage. Okay, so that's all, and thanks for listening and thanks for watching.